he was out for the night.
So it looks like Billy Joe Saunders has had a falling out with Ben Shalom. They've been talking, and Billy doesn't sound impressed, and Ben sounds a little desperate with his position at Sky. So Billy says, all young fighters, don't be dealing with @boxer Ben Shalom. I've heard about him promising all these young fighters the world and not delivering salt for a potato. Videos plus all that shit talk from sniffing sugar up his nose. So here it says, just widened it, just spoke to Tom, waiting on sign off. Going to something from, does it say lawyer? Or, I'm not sure. Not myself to avoid any trouble. Hold tight, I'm not delaying. So this looks like, he doesn't want to get caught talking to boxers still in contract. Very recently, Eddie did say that Billy messaged him because he wants to fight again. And they're talking about EUBANK, and that was before EUBANK lost. So Billy's been talking to Ben and Eddie. He was talking to Ben last year, and he just exposed Ben because he's not impressed. Sounded like Ben is promising things that he couldn't deliver. Will any other fighters come out and repeat the same thing Billy's saying? Morning, Ben. This is Billy. Hope everything is sorted for today, as I will be moving forward today, as time is crucial for me. Man to my word, plus giving you a few days, so if you are serious, please get it sorted out, maybe? Today, sir. And Ben says, I am doing. And there he is saying, Sky have fucked me. What is going on with Ben and Sky? People are on Instagram, so this has been around a little while, saying Hearn rubbing his hands together like he's Birdman. Snidey behaviour. And there's Billy showing Ben's name coming up on the phone. Billy says, what the fuck is this man on? Nutter at Sky Sports Boxing. At Boxer. Stay tuned. Sky fucked him. This picture of Ben here, which has been caricatured to make him look like a nutter. People are saying he's a prick here. I don't know how he got a job on Sky. Okay, here's the audio. Now, he starts the audio, before we get into it, he starts the audio by saying you're in a secure contract. So he's talking about he's in a contract with Eddie, so you're secure. So this looks like an illegal approach. Because here, and a lot of it is not easy to decipher, he says, just spoke to Tom, waiting on sign-off, going to come from lawyer, not myself, to avoid trouble. It's an illegal approach, basically, or could be. Let's just say it could be.
And you're in a contract, so you're secure anyway.
No, Ben. It's gone past that, mate, because we've been here now since July talking, mate.
No. So I'm saying, if I can't get you that by the end of the week, then I just give you the 100 grand. But I don't want. I actually have looked up to you growing up. I don't want this situation with you. I think I can do what you want, but I've got to the point now where I feel like Sky have fucked me, and I know you don't care about that, but that I'm not going to fuck you. And I want, look, I know you say it's gone past the stage, but if I put in a contract where you've got, like, I've got to deliver.
Let's just say gloves are off, apprenticeship is over, Ben. You are in the ocean with the sharks. He's going to fall out with fighters. They all have to go through it, man. Periods of hate. Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Mickey Duff, Jack Solomons, Harry Levine, all of them. Billy is the first fighter. He's questioned his integrity, and he won't be the last. So he's had a few spats with rival promoters. You know, the fans are going to take him to task. A lot of people didn't think Saturday's card should have been on pay-per-view. And what's happened with Adam Smith? There's a lot of stuff that will unravel. You hang around long enough, we'll get a story. Whether it's the true story or not, we will get a narrative. There's people out there who will be attempting to strip the nice guy Ben persona that he has now. That's always short-lived in boxing promotions.
You're fucking kind.
My kind, Beefy?
Rest it, Beefy. Rest it, now. Where are you real? I saw you out there.
Anything could happen in that ring. I'll explain my position. Not that it will do any good. It's not because everyone is stupid. Well, perhaps they are, but you know what I mean. It is what it is. The elbow was illegal. The punch to the back of the head was illegal. But Liam Smith won the fight. Whatever he did illegal, it was either ignored by the referee or on the blind side of the referee. He did what he had to do to win. He couldn't stand up and box EUBANK. That was evident in the third round. Now, the elbow is now making its rounds through social media. Daily Express and other mainstream media are covering it. Roy Jones, he hit back at Eddie Hearn. who was saying it's basically his fault that EUBANK has lost his identity as a boxer and is trying to be a carbon copy of Roy. Roy came back at Eddie. Warning, all boxers, avoid Roy Jones as a trainer. Never mind this elbow. Never mind the elbow. Just avoid him. Damn, if I could take all that away from a fighter via training, no wonder I raised so much hell in my day. That almost sounds like godly qualities. I'm nowhere near what God is. That's his reply to Eddie. Never mind the elbow is what Roy said. So he believes the elbow brought about EUBANK's demise as well. And EUBANK was booed into the ring. Just like his dad when his dad fought Nigel Benn and Michael Watson. He's not very liked. So people turn up to see him beaten. He was booed into the ring heavily, like his dad Chris was, senior. And he accepts that role, not a problem. And the thought for some that the legitimacy of Liam Smith's win is even questioned is too much to bear. So they will start ad hominem attacks on people like me who are bringing up that the blow was illegal. But I don't think the result should be overturned. Liam won. But you know something? I was slow with this internet game. And I was of the belief that telling truth and using logic should be enough to communicate with men. Because it's mostly men who follow the channel and follow boxing. I'm realizing I'm going to put up my content. And if you're antagonized by it, till you're all in your feelings, having to write emojis on your comment, that's when you know someone is a lame. They're trying to discredit your findings, putting emojis, smiley emojis. Look, he's stupid. That's when you know someone's a lame. That's why I rarely use emojis on Twitter and stuff. I just want my words to be my words. And I don't have to embellish by putting emojis on it to make my point any more pertinent. I bet Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Aliko Dangote, I bet they don't write with fucking emojis.
You soft, girl. You soft. Eat a dick.
You know, I believe my presentation of the facts is enough. But I'm a real man. See, the thing is, I said in the breakdown and prediction that if it gets to a point where Liam is getting outboxed and outclassed, he's going to resort to dirty tactics. And that's what he did. On the live stream covering EUBANK versus Smith, I said beforehand that Beefy better not make no excuses if he loses that he lost to a 160 pounder and he's a 154 pounder. I don't want to hear no excuses. I also made no excuses for EUBANK when Beefy did use the illegal tactics to get his result. He's not the first to do it in history, and he won't be the last. Jack Dempsey, Duran, Fritzy Zivic. But you guys can't deal with reality. I deal with reality all the time. You need your reality to be a lie, and you try to turn the lie into reality. Why can't you just be happy that Liam won the fight the way he was supposed to win the fight? No, you want to turn it into Liam is this clean fighter when he's won dirty before against Liam Williams. You go look for a fight where EUBANK has won dirty. Does that make EUBANK a better person? No, because it depends how far you want to go or you're prepared to go to get victory. And Liam showed us what he's prepared to do to get the victory. You guys actually believe that if Liam Smith chose to stand off with a lot of opponents he's faced and tried to box according to Lord Lonsdale and the Marquis of Queensberry rules, that he'd be successful. But I'm here to tell you that you're incorrect, you're totally incorrect, and you don't know shit about boxing, my man. That's what I'm here to tell you. I covered the fight on Saturday live. And during the fight, was it after round 3, I told you what Liam had to do, and I've been telling you that for weeks, what he had to do. Oh, right hand by EUBANK. Oh, he's beating him up, man. Not good for Liam. He's not getting close enough. From that range there, he's a sitting duck. Either you steam in, or you're going to get the full repertoire. You need to either steam it up close. You know, this has worked out well for EUBANK, because people have been telling Liam for the last few weeks and today, oh, you're the better technical boxer. And he believed it. That's why he's standing up. No, they should be telling Liam, you need to rush EUBANK. You need to rush him. Like you're on Anfield and Everton are coming after you and you're fighting. Getting pieced up. Hey, I'm a Roberto Duran fan, but go look at the nut shot he gave Ken Buchanan to take his lightweight title, and go look how he thumbed Davey Moore in his eye to win the light middleweight title. Go look how Jack Dempsey, old man Jack Sharkey, out of that win and chinned him. It is what it is. It is what it is. Pointing it out is not me hating on Liam Smith. No, it's pointing out the reality. I haven't heard EUBANK cry or moan. He hasn't cried. But he's planning some get back if he fights Liam Smith. Trust me. Trust me. See, all you guys, it was legal. You are the problem with boxing. You are the issue. You're so desperate for one man to win. This is why fighters are scared to lose and they won't take fights. Why are you being so defensive? Liam won. Stop being defensive.
Beefy's probably trained for this like it's a fight of his life.
Yeah.
Beefy might have trained for this fight harder than he trained for his world championships, cuz.
That's what bridges the gap. Chris was bigger, he was quicker, and he had all the advantages. And the mentality is what bridges the gap between someone who doesn't have all them gifts between
Yes,
someone who does. And
I agree with you.
Because Beefy said, yo, if I have to elbow you or headbutt you, it don't matter, Chris. I'm going to smash you up. And Chris didn't come in there like that. Chris said, oh, I can beat you at 50%. Why do you say that? Why are you saying stuff like that? You should come in there 100% looking to kill everything every time you go in there.
100%. I agree with you 100%, Beats. I think everything you said was 100% correct.
You know what I mean? That's the mentality. So I ain't like pining for Chris. No, you done it on yourself.
Very good boxer, Liam Smith. Very, very good boxer.
Are you concerned about what you describe as the dirty fighting?
No, but look, I'm sure we'll have a good ref and he'll take care of that. But you know, Liam's rough and tough. You know, I don't mean he's like a horribly dirty fighter. I'm just saying he's rough and tough.
Just a little bit of a dirty fighter.
A bit of rough and tough. You know. I mean, there might occasionally sneaks one that goes slightly below the belt, and you got to watch out with the head a bit with him. And there's occasional elbow that can go flying, but that is what the ref has got to be there for. But
clever enough to play.
If I had a bad leg and a bad arm, I would still take you out.
Much calls got put in.
If I had a bad arm and a bad leg, I'd still take you out. If I was 50%, I'd take you out. Well, the headbutts, elbows shouldn't matter then. Simple as that. Liam won the fight the way he was supposed to win the fight.
He is a dirty fighter, though. I've seen quite a few things where you're.
Don't be moaning already, Chris.
No, I'm
you
just
like
saying.
Yourself.
I'm just saying. I like when I see guys doing the headbutting and the elbowing, because that means that they're not true and they're not. When the going gets tough, they look for ways out. They look for the ways that they're not supposed to use.
You're reading that all wrong.
No,
I'll do anything I can to beat you.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. You can be a dirty fighter. For me, I've never been a dirty fighter. I've never done anything in my career which is against the rules. So I like watching fighters and seeing them have to resort to the dirty tactics because their skill level isn't enough to get them through the fight. So they have to start using their head and their elbow and stuff.
Explain them.
No, I've told you. I've seen you use your head in fights. I've seen you headbutt. I've seen you elbow.
Who've elbowed?
I can't remember the guy's name. But
Elbowed Chris, and look, Chris knew what was coming. He pointed it out, headbutts and elbows. You pointed it out, but you weren't prepped for it. That's the bottom line. Liam stayed Liam, yeah? So anyone who wants to be on the comment sections talking like Liam Smith is a clean fighter because you're so desperate to validate the win, you don't have to do that. He won the fight. The British Boxing Board are not investigating. No one's asking for the result to be overturned. But look, Chris was bragging. Oh, I've never been a dirty fighter. Listen, you only brag about that if the results go your way. If you fight clean and get beaten up and knocked out, the Hall of Fame ain't going to look at you and say you're a clean fighter. We'll bypass the fact that you've never been a dirty fighter. No, you got to go in there and win. Didn't you hear what Beefy said?
You're reading that all wrong.
No,
I'll do anything I can to beat you.
That's what I'm saying.
I actually listen and disseminate what's being said. This isn't feelings. Didn't you hear the contrast? EUBANK said, I've never been a dirty fighter. He prides himself on that. Beefy said, you're getting this all wrong. I will do whatever I have to do to win. You think it's beyond Liam to throw that elbow in Chris's head? Is this what you're telling me now? Yo, he executed the elbow very well. As I said, he executed it very well. Done what he had to do. And no, it wasn't the inside of the glove. It wasn't the forearm like some people are saying. And whether Chris dipped into it or not, it's illegal. And it was deliberate. I'm not here to bullshit with nobody. That's what it was. But this is the real world. The margins are minimal at best. Why are you propping up Liam Smith as a bastion for clean boxing? There's other guys you could go to do that where it would be appropriate. This isn't appropriate. And if you can't see it, you just don't know shit about boxing, or you were desperate for EUBANK to lose, or you're a Liam Smith fan. It's as simple as that. If you was to ask me to bet who would win in a street fight out of Liam and Chris, I'm picking Liam. He's a dirty, hard little bastard.
Smith high guard. What else would you expect? Tries a long right. Oh, EUBANK catching him. Smith trying roughhouse tactics, bro. Smith is crude, man. Smith trying roughhouse tactics, bro. Smith is crude, man. Liam standing too far off. Should be crowding Chris. Wow. You're not warning him about that. He tried to punch EUBANK right in the back of his head.
I'm pointing out Liam is trying to fight dirty during the fight. So this isn't nothing new to me. I didn't just make it up because EUBANK lost. I ain't got no time for petty shit. Liam fought the fight that Manny Pacquiao needed to fight against Floyd. Certain boxers can't fight certain opponents at range. And if they try to, it's all over for them.